really made a epic mistake.
We made it! We're here! This is the top!
Hello. I would like to take this time to introduce to you a man who is as adventurous as he is mad, a man who is as brave as he is bold, and a man who I am so grateful to call my dad. His name is Roy. Roy works for the construction skills industry by day, is a part-time scout leader by night, a passionate hiker and gig rower in his free time, and in any other time he has spare, he volunteers for many groups in his area such as local dance schools, theatre productions and Duke of Edinburgh activities. This is only a small amount of accomplishments my dad has achieved in his 51 years of life, and I'm sure there'll be many more amazing things he'll get up to as the years progress. Now, to the naked eye, my dad would seem like a healthy, happy-go-lucky individual, and to the most part he is lucky enough for this to be true. But in 2016, my dad was officially diagnosed with retinitis pigmentosa. This is basically a disorder that breaks down the cells in the retina, resulting in loss of sight. Blindness is something that unfortunately runs in my family, as my granddad has lost all his sight in a separate blindness condition. Due to my dad's condition being genetic, being blind is something that myself and my sister may have to deal with in the future. However, not is all doom and gloom. My dad still has a fair amount of eyesight left, and there is something we can do to help people in a similar circumstance. For my dad's 51st birthday, I've set up a funding page in order to raise money for a charity designed to help blind people in a day-to-day life, the RNIB. Myself, my sister and my dad will train throughout the year in order to complete the 3 Peak Challenge. The challenge is simple. We will be climbing to the top of the 3 tallest mountains in the UK, starting with Ben Nevis in Scotland, the tallest peak, then going to Scafell Pike in England, followed by a little extra of the 3 peaks in Yorkshire, and then finishing with Mount Snowdon in North Wales. Due to the fact that I'm finishing up my studies here in London, and my sister and my dad are in our hometown in Devon, we thought we'd find a meeting point halfway in between us in the south and Ben Nevis in the north. We decided to meet in Liverpool as that is a convenient middle ground location, and that's where the first leg of our journey will start. Good morning in London. So it is 10 to 11 in the morning here in London. I'm just packed, ready to go. I'm going to leave in about an hour-ish to get my train to Liverpool, where I'll meet my dad and my sister. They're driving up from Devon, so they'll probably get there a bit later, but yeah, we'll meet there eventually. At this time, just to talk to you briefly about how this next week's going to take place. So typically, the 3 Peak Challenge is normally done within 24 hours. But due to my dad's disability and the fact that he can't see well at night time and dark situations, we thought it'd be best to spread the expedition across a week. That's more fun for us, makes it more fun for us, it's easier for my dad, so he can see better in the daytime. We can make this week really fun and like a massive expedition. That's also why we've added the 3 peaks in the Yorkshire Dales, just to beef up the week's place. So how this week's going to take place is that I'm getting a train now from London to Liverpool. My dad and my sister are driving from Devon to Liverpool as well, and we'll meet there. I think we're aiming to meet around about 6 PM-ish. And then once we get there, we'll plan stuff for the week that needs to be planned, and we'll just chill tonight. And the plan is the day after, so tomorrow, we'll be heading off to Chester to tackle the first mountain, which is Snowdonia. I think originally we decided that we would do Snowdonia last, but I think it makes sense to do that one first, and then we'll travel up to Scotland and then make our way back down to the south in England. So we're all packed ready to go. I've just got the 2 bags here, and yeah, so let's go to Liverpool.
Today's day one. We're a bit excited, we're ready to go. Car's packed, you'd be surprised what you can fit into Volkswagen Polo. And we're off. We're going to take the day slowly, stopping as much as we can on the way up to Liverpool as we pick up Ollie to make our way over to Snowdonia on Tuesday.
Just arrived in Liverpool. It's really sunny, it's really great. Yeah, just walking to the hotel now. I'm gonna check in and then see what's around in the area. I'm thinking of trying to get my hair cut, so I might look for a barber. And then I'll wait for my dad and sister to get here in about 2 hours. So yeah, I'll see you in the hotel. So just got into the hotel and checked in. The room is so amazing. I wish we could stay here longer, but we're only here for a night. I'll show you in a second, but it's so nice. So as we come in, you've got a little kitchenette, which is lovely. I doubt we'll be using this much because we're not here long, but yeah, it's cute. Got a little mirror there. And then we look into like the lounge section where we put the sofa bed, TV, and view of the arena. And just on the other side of the arena is the Merseyside River, which is cool. And then we've got the bedroom, which is great. Little wardrobe, an amazing view. And then yeah, just the bathroom, but I mean no one really cares, all the bathrooms are the same in hotels. But yeah, that's pretty cool, pretty cool. So shortly after my dad and sister arrived, we unpacked, caught up, and got some food ready for our lunch tomorrow.
Bags upon bags upon bags. You're doing well. We made it to Liverpool, and in less than 6 hours. That included checking, parking the car, and bringing the food up. I'm just about now getting ready to do lunches for the three of us for tomorrow because we have a freezer here, and a microwave oven thing, and then a sink. But for lunch tomorrow, we are having pesto, pasta, and either tuna or Mum's given us a big sausage.
Oh.
Big sausage.
Oh.
Which I'd rather have. Tomorrow's going to be the hottest day of the year, so I imagine I'm going to make all this and we're going to go climbing up a hill and not one of us will want to eat it. So that's it from me in Radio Liverpool. Catch you later.
So whilst my dad cooked us lunch, me and my sister decided to use the facilities at the hotel. We then went for tea, which was a cheese board with all you can drink beer, wine or soft drinks.
Well, good morning everyone. This is the day that we've been waiting for a long time. Mersey Tunnel and on our way over to Chester. And then we're going to do the day that we've been dreaming of. Well, I say dreaming of in a polite sense, but it's certainly going to be a day to remember. It's forecast to be the hottest day in the UK ever. We've got suntan creamer, 5 litres of water each. We've got 5 litres of water each. And the car is just full of liquid. Today, have a good day. Now we've come through a beautiful part of the country of Wales. We've gone through Colwyn Bay, which looked gorgeous from the road, travelling at 60 miles an hour. And we're now just coming up into the mountain ranges of Snowdonia, and we should be there in the next 10 minutes or so. But it's hot, extremely hot. So that's it for now. We'll see you hopefully halfway up the hill.
So we're here at Penny Pass, just at the start line. We're heading to the trail. There's a couple trails. We're taking one up, I'll just show you the pig track, and then on the way down we're taking the miners track. And yeah, it should be good. You excited?
Oh gosh, yeah. But no, doing well. We've been walking for quite a while now. We've walked from over there, right the way down there. And we're going to walk all the way up to that little point at the top there. It's going to take us about another hour and a half if we're lucky. But yeah, it's good, it's going well.
Great.
Only fallen 6 times.
That's it.
Rock.
Climb. Yes, very warm. Where do we go from here? Because there's not, the path's kind of gone. Yeah. Maybe we've gone the wrong way. Well, that path
Now for just over an hour and a half, we've done just under 4k. It's awful, best way to describe it, relentless. The rocks are not square, the stone cutters have not cut out steps square enough. Nevertheless, we've now got to follow this path for about another 2.5k, maybe an hour and a half, as it follows up and up, sort of like at 12 o'clock the way we go, right up to the peak. But when we come back down, we're able to drop down the path onto the miners track. You can just sort of like make out the path at the bottom of that river there. And one of the buildings down there is a disused miner's house, which is collapsed, where they used to come and collect the rocks and the slates.
As you can see, as we get closer to the top, the path gets a bit more vertical, which is hard on Dad with his stick, because he finds it hard to see his provisional vision, so he's finding it hard to get up to the top. Well, we've still got his stick on him, and he's climbing it well, but yeah, about maybe 45 minutes to an hour left so we get to the top, so it should be good. Feeling?
I want to give up.
You want to give up?
It's hard. This is not faint-hearted, but the thing is, there's millions of people doing it. They're like ants. There's dogs about the size of my coat can that are climbing up the hill, and I'm having a heart attack halfway up it. Oh, it's hard. This is one of 6.
1 of 6, but it should be good. Just yeah. But we've just got to like a point where you can see the other side of the mountain. It's really amazing. I'll just show you. It's amazing. And off in the distance just down there is the train that comes up. and down's actually a lot harder. It's very steep and very windy. I feel like if you took the wrong footing, you would be off.
You won't be we should be closer than friends. If you OPN and take the high road and hop in. OPN.
Complete. There's the start and finish line. We did it, guys. 1 down, 5 to go.
We did it in 5 hours.
5 hours later. So we're back down at the car park. 5 hours later, about 16 to 17 kilometres. The mountain's done. So we're going back to the hotel tonight, and then yeah, just resting, getting something to eat, and then we set off to go to Scotland tomorrow. Good morning. So it is about Chester. So last night we just finished the mountain, and then we drove to the hotel, we checked in, and then we went for tea. Today we're just gonna take it a bit easy. We're not actually climbing any mountains today. It's more like a day off, travel day. We've just had breakfast, we're getting ready, I've just packed, and then we're gonna head off to Scotland, to Fort William today.
In Glendaloughlog is we have lights against each bed. We have USB things, and we have the wardrobe for 3 people. With a small left side of the house is our ample shower with a small fixed
You're getting in.
blue bedding and windows going everywhere.
So it's about 9 o'clock in the morning. We're at the base of our second mountain in Scotland. It's apparently a 6-hour journey up and down, but hopefully we'll be able to do it quicker than that. I don't actually know, I'm not really sure. But yeah, it should be somewhere off in the distance that way. But yeah. Just from starting, we're already greeted with a really steep, stony path. It's just like a massive long staircase going to the top of the first sort of peak. Very steep. Sum up this mountain so far.
High, wet, and emotional.
Aww, that's lovely.
I would have given up away back down there. Yeah, it's amazing. But yes,
Sure is.
it's kind of, it's beautiful, emotional, because there's people that can't see, that can't do this. I just want to drag them all up here. There must be a way of getting them up here. Helicopter names. Amazing. No wonder they make whiskey here. I just thought I'd take a bit easy save at the moment because it's been a bit of a climb, to be honest. At least it's the hottest day of the year if you want to know, and yes, I did put some tan lotion on. But aren't we amazing, guys? Let's have a group of absolute 6.
Second of
six. Don't we look good? Don't we look good? Hey!
Good morning. So we are here at a YHA hostel just off of Hadrian. We stopped here just yesterday. We did a bit of walking around, just scoping the area, but we're just here to break up the journey in between Scotland and where we're going today in the Lake District, because today we are climbing our last mountain for the Free Peak Challenge. We're going to finish that today, and then we're going to stay in a hostel in the Lake District, and then we're heading to Yorkshire the day after to do the Yorkshire Free Peak Challenge. As you can see, it's definitely raining, so today should be fun.
Hey, so this is it. This is the third of the national peak. The national peaks. Our fourth climb, our third climb. So we are now wandering round. It was in that was wanders up and up to.
So I would just like to add, if any of you are experienced mountain climbers or know the Lake District area very well, I'm sure a lot of you will be cringing as you watch the next part of this video. All will be explained. So up we went, climbing the mountain on what we thought was a very easy attempt of Scafell Pike. We are very pleased at the fact that there weren't many people on this trail, so we actually had space to climb up. We should have seen this as a point of concern, as you'll see later on, we made an epic mistake. The hill, it is a tall hill, so you know, easily mistaken for a mountain. And we thought, well, this can't be it, because there's no like post or plaque or there's no one. We were like, there's no people up here, where's all the people? So we're a bit confused. So it turns out what we do now, guys.
We're just going to climb Scafell Pike this time. That was a practice run based on it looked nice. Still, it's just under 800 feet, so that constitutes us high. That's higher.
Just so you can appreciate how annoying this is, we have to go all the way back down to literally the base of this hill to get on a path to take us back up there. And it's raining, and apparently there's a storm coming. So we have really made a epic mistake. Yeah, we're umming and erring whether to even try and tackle the actual mountain today due to the weather conditions. It's very slippy. Apparently there's a storm coming, and try and do it again tomorrow. So here's where we went wrong. So we came to this gate here and we walked that way up to literally the top of that. We went to the top of that thing there. So there is a sign here that does say we're here. We went up here and followed the lake. We should be following the river where there's a footbridge here which will take us up the right path. So yeah, we've walked about 7.5k already to the top of there. And we just need to follow this path here, which will take us up somewhere around here, hopefully, and up to there. So it turns out we actually can't read maps. So we managed to get back onto the right path, but then the weather took a sudden turn for the worse. As we got higher up the mountain and the weather got continuously worse, the visibility suddenly dropped. This is when problems occurred. That we missed some time going on the wrong route, we decided to take a shortcut up and around the mountain, just so we can save some time and you know, try and get back quicker. But the route sort of make it, because he's struggling his way back down there, and he is struggling a lot. We'll see if we can get up there. Hopefully we can. Literally into the abyss we go. scary because Dad couldn't see anyway, and none of us could see because it was just... We reached the peak, we came down, we luckily managed to find some people, so we followed them down the hill because we just didn't know where we were confused. None of our navigation stuff was really working. We tried to use phones, but there was no signal at the top, so luckily we found people, luckily we managed to get our way to the top, and luckily we're down here, and thankfully we're leaving.
7 o'clock in the morning, final trip. So this is the final challenge, the Yorkshire 3 Peaks, 26 miles within 12 hours. 3 peaks under 700 metres high. Yesterday we had a couple arrive at our apartment, needing after walking for 10 hours, realising they were never going to achieve it. This is a challenge and a half. Plus, look at that weather.
So we started the Yorkshire 3 Peak Challenge. We decided to do this challenge by the rulebook, which meant we had to climb all 3 peaks and get to and from them within 12 hours from our starting location. The challenge consists of 3 mountains. The mountains of Whernside, Ingleborough and Pen y Gant. The peaks, which form part of the Penny Range, encircle the head of the valley of the River Ribble in the Yorkshire Dales National Park in the north of England. From starting, we were greeted with not particularly nice weather, but as the day continued the sun came out and it actually turned into a really nice day. We enjoyed the terrain in Yorkshire quite a lot. It was very flat and the route we took was very scenic. We decided to start with the mountain of Pen y Gant and then finish with the mountain of Ingleborough, as that was very convenient for us and it was literally a very short journey to our home location. On the way we met many friends, including cows, chickens and locals. People were very happy to stop and chat, and we actually managed to explain what we're doing and who we're doing it for, which helped us get some sponsors, but it was also nice to see why people are doing the 3 Peak Challenge as well, and some people, just locals, were just walking just for fun, like with their dogs and family. Everyone was very nice, and I would actually come back to this place and do it again because it was a very enjoyable day. Sum up the day in 3 words.
Tiring, wet, and sunny.
Okay. Lovely.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's the end of our 3 Peak journey. I had the most amazing week, and I would like to thank all my family, friends and anyone who we met along the way for sponsoring us and making this week so special for myself and for my dad. I'd also like to take this time to thank the RNIB for being such an amazing charity, and I hope what we've raised will help you in many, many ways. Thanks for watching.